Charles Warren Stoddard, born on August 7, 1843, in Rochester, New York, would grow to become a notable writer and educator of the 19th century. His journey began when his middle-class family moved to San Francisco in 1854, a pivotal moment that would shape his literary career and personal life. In the bustling cultural scene of San Francisco, young Stoddard found himself rubbing shoulders with literary giants like Bret Harte and Mark Twain. It was here that he first made his mark as the boy poet of San Francisco, publishing poems under the whimsical pseudonym Pip Pepperpot in the early 1860s. This was just the beginning of a diverse and prolific writing career that would span travel writing, journalism, religious autobiography, essays, and even a novel. Stoddard's life was as varied as his writing. In an unusual move for a native-born American Protestant, he converted to Catholicism, an experience he chronicled in his 1885 work, A Troubled Heart, and How It Was Comforted at Last. His professional life took interesting turns as well, including a brief stint as Mark Twain's secretary in London during the 1870s, a position that prompted Twain to playfully describe Stoddard as a nice girl in a letter to a friend. From the mid-1880s, Stoddard embarked on an academic career, teaching at several universities including Notre Dame and Catholic University. In Washington, D.C., he cultivated friendships with notable figures such as Henry Adams, George Cabot Lodge, and even Liliuokalani, the deposed Queen of Hawaii. It was here that he established his home, affectionately dubbed the Bungalow. However, Stoddard's time at Catholic University came to an abrupt end in 1902 when he was dismissed, though there's no evidence to suggest his personal relationships were the cause. Following this, he returned to California, briefly joining the bohemian literary scene in Carmel. Stoddard is perhaps best remembered for his South Seas travel writing and his semi-autobiographical novel, For the Pleasure of His Company, An Affair of the Misty City. These works are considered prime examples of 19th-century male homoerotic literature, characterized by their oblique and highly stylized depictions of intense friendships. His travels to the Pacific, which began in 1864 as a remedy for nervous exhaustion, profoundly influenced his writing. Stoddard's tales of Hawaii and Tahiti, collected in works like South Sea Idyls, Hawaiian Life, and The Island of Tranquil Delights, are filled with loving descriptions of native youths. These exotic settings allowed Stoddard greater artistic freedom to explore themes that might have been considered scandalous if set in Euro-American contexts. While during his lifetime, the general public viewed Stoddard's work as innocent depictions of romantic friendship, he did have a gay readership. His correspondence with Walt Whitman in 1869 reveals a shared passion for the physical beauty of Hawaiian people and a deeper understanding of Whitman's homoerotic verse. By the turn of the century, some readers began to recognize the homoerotic content in Stoddard's work, linking it to emerging discourses on homosexuality. His novel For the Pleasure of His Company, published in 1903 after years of refinement, tells the story of Paul Clitheroe and his friendships with men, ending with a fantasy escape to the South Seas. Stoddard's life and work reflect the complexities of expressing same-sex desire in the 19th century. His writings, while out of fashion today due to their genteel style, remain significant as representations of a time when romantic friendships between men were both respected and, for some, a coded expression of deeper desires. Charles Warren Stoddard passed away on April 23, 1909. Thank you for listening. For more LGBTQ+ history, please subscribe to this channel.